Wednesday. What's up, everybody? Wednesday morning. Welcome to today's edition of the Daily Market Commentary. I'm your host, Chuck Fulkerson. Hope everybody had a phenomenal day as we are about to roll into Hump Day as the markets have been rallying back up. We've seen a fair amount of strength, and we'll talk a little bit about what that strength means and where we may go as we are closing back in on our all-time highs. If you're new to the channel, do me a favor, click the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you get the alerts and the updates and all that fun stuff. But let's go ahead and get started with the big picture. So starting here with the big picture, we have the S&P on a strong rally higher. Now, we had a couple of supply levels up here that were fairly good areas of supply, like really nice levels of supply that the market basically just blew right through them. I mean, just blew right through them. Now, we did have a little breakout level that we had talked about on the Monday DMC, that if the market gets above this 4180, that our belief was that we would see stronger rallies and price continuing to move. And so hopefully some of you were able to catch some of that big move higher and able to kind of ride the wave, as they say. And so where are we right now? Well, we've got to put a line at the all-time high. That's always going to be clutch, is to have our all-time high identification area. And then we want to look and see where's there a decent opportunity for a bit of a pullback. And looking at this level, I'd say that you're sitting right at an area where old resistance became new support, and we may see a bit of a reversal in this level right in here. So keep an eye on a reversal somewhere around 42.25. I don't have a quality demand area that's a reversal, but that old resistance becoming new support is still a valid play. So I would maybe take a look at a potential hour-to-hour reversal somewhere in this region right here. And frankly, when I go to the hourly chart, that 42.25 is actually a bit better because you can see that it's a bit of a line of control, right? And a line of control would be a level that's been hit on a number of different occasions: support, resistance, 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 support, support. So let's keep an eye out for a potential reversal at this level right in here. NASDAQ did break to a new all-time high, and so let's utilize this resistance area acting as support, which is also a fairly decent area of demand as our next opportunity to get long. So you see that we have a little base rally in here, but it's also old resistance acting as new support. Let's see if we get a little bounce off of this level. We are seeing that the NASDAQ has come into a new all-time high. Now, still, are we a bit cautious about it? Yeah, because our momentum is definitely waning, but we are continuing to go with the big picture trend direction, which is trading a bit higher. Crude oil. So looking at crude oil, we did get the breakout above this line in crude. Unfortunately, no basing meant that we didn't really get a clean entry in crude. And we're sitting below what was our daily level for potential entry. So we have this little area back in here right at yesterday's market, or Globex open, where we started to run up in the overnight. When I trim that down to a 15-minute, and I really look and see where's there a good pullback, none of these are really good pullback opportunities, and none of these are really clean pullback areas. So I still think that your best pullback area is this one down here, 71.74 by 71.59. Potentially you've got a decent level in here, but we may not touch that level. So there's a couple of different areas there, but I think you could just get the breakout trade, right? Breakout above this high just might be your better entry, which is a totally fine entry, is a breakout above this 73.58, above that high area. And then last is gold. Gold is, we put a potential area here for a breakdown in gold. We did not get the breakdown. We've just really started to trim a lot of the sideways direction, and so looking at this, I think that I think it probably makes sense to wait for price to break one way or the other. Still have a breakout down below 1760, provided we get basing, and still have a reversal up there above 1800. But it might be time to take a look at a potential gold options trade in this sort of a market. Maybe something a little bit more on the non-directional side for a couple of days. So those are our big four markets. Gold a little sideways, crude oil, S&P, Nasdaq, all still continuing a little bit more of a bullish trend. So keep an eye on that bullish trend as we head forward. Now, let's take a look at our stock of the day. Our stock of the day is ABBV, AbbVie Inc., which is a medical play. And looking at this, one of the things that I'm paying attention to is our shape that we're seeing form right here at the end. And I really do like to see these pinching patterns here. Now, is this a little bit of a picture of slowing momentum? Absolutely it is. If I throw my momentum indicator on here, you will see that we're seeing a bit of a slowing of momentum right here. All right, momentum is slowing just a bit, but we are also still seeing that we are still strong to the upside. And so one of the things that we use is the CCI 100. We're about to pop above the CCI 100, and so that's actually a bit more bullish than it is a bit bearish. And my CCI 100 isn't giving me too much of a divergence on the most two recent lows. We are getting higher lows here. So I actually like the breakout to the upside a little bit better than the breakout to the downside. And so let's keep an eye on this one for an opportunity. Now, in looking at something like this, I think you're better off on an upside breakout. Can you get a downside breakout and still be valid? Absolutely. If you do get the downside breakout and you want to take the downside breakout, I think your target is right here. If you take the upside breakout, how do I identify what my target is going to be? Well, on an upside breakout, looking at this, with this rally up, a decent little pullback, and if we get a breakout below here, I would say your target, longer term target would be 124.48 on that Fibonacci extension move off of this most recent play. All right. So those are our stocks. That's our stock of the day, as well as our big four markets for today. If you guys have any questions, as always, send me an email. support@tradersarmy.com. Until tomorrow, everybody, I'll talk to you soon. See ya. Hey, thanks for joining us. If you like what we do, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. It's the only way the computers know that you're actually alive and really care. And go to tradersarmy.com today to learn a bit more. And if you want to see some of our other videos, click here in the box.